Identification, Richard Kelly Tipping, Wuppertal, West Germany, June 1985. I am an Australian. I am an Australian. I am an Australian. I am an Australian. Tender. The Commonwealth of Australia invites tenders for the construction of a new powerhouse of poetry. Specifications include a split-level tongue twister for left and right hemispheres, eloquent, passionate, ambiguous, tough as nails, gentle as braille, with death-defying optimism, key under each door, 4 open walls, brute economies of compression and compassion, generating wisdom beyond knowledge, truth a necessity in relativity. Go forth into all the corners of the word. Imagination is power. Further details available from the Secretary of Inspiration, Department of Verbal Arts, Uluru Transplant Building, Bondi. 1969, Vietnam, riding on a bus. The poster said, 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 the poster read, the poster bled. For career and action, go Army. Go Army, go Army, go Army, go arm my gore, ye arm the roar, go Goya, Mr. Arm, ye arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm, my arm. 1972, Vietnam. Against or for beauty, peasant woman, etc., ox, paddy field, and so on, plough slush, straw hat, child in arms, etc., etc. Delete arms, insert on back, child on back, rub out back, insert backwards, child strapped on backwards. Peasant woman, etc., screech, run, fall, and so on, bullets, napalm, shrapnel, child in mud, etc., etc. Delete mud, insert mangled, child mangled, rub out mangled, insert blown apart, child mangled, blown apart. Peasant woman, etc. What can we do, and so on. Being sickened is a luxury, aesthetics of pain, etc., etc. Delete pain, insert revolution, aesthetics of revolution. Rub out aesthetics, insert beauty, revolution must be. (1976 to 1979). Late in the day, on all of this, for you, a discovery for me, the Minister of Enlightenment and Propaganda. Joseph Goebbels, late of the late Third Reich, unwanted father of modern advertising, the violent incandescence of your ambition to be more than the last son of a carpenter's Catholic wife in the textile town of Rheims scorched your name across the altar of a school. Star pupil always, careful with appearances, scorning the ill-kempt, delighted to fabricate bad information and watch the mockers squirm. By the end, you owned 300 suits. Virtuoso of duplicity, master of self-esteem, cynical of Catholicism, but silent for so long as silence could be used, saving until later your quote, The mass is the most tendentious rubbish ever to be inflicted on the intelligence of man, but mightily useful in proving man's capacity for absorbing crap. Frail, good-looking, with a polio limp you hinted was the mark of war. Graduating after 8 universities, restless, curious about divergences, dirt poor, from Heidelberg, Dr. Goebbels found politics confusing and slept around. Diarizer, womanizer, nihilist, detached, with a surprisingly slovenly and burly friend introducing the works of Herr Karl Marx, you swung straight right in Munich, that debauched assassin's town. Your glee when, finding that a sentence struck, the truth must always be adapted to fit the need. You knew you'd found a friend in greed. 5 secretaries, 4 telephones, always a plane. That vast campaign of inspiring lies. Wordmonger, tongue twister, language's murderer. Writers abhorred you. How unfortunate. You loved to be adored. Strength through joy, death to doubt, mimicking the lives of the everyday, from the stomach to the brain via the heart. Building enthusiasm, the factories to be forging that great idea, the standard fraud, Volkswagen, the people's car, ha ha. Kinder, Kirche, Küche für die Frauen, for the women, children, church, the kitchen, and the Jews, the rats, the Jews, no more. Faithful to the last, your family beside you, Berlin aflame, ordering an obliging officer, shoot straight. These are quite political poems. I write many kinds of poems, but I'm just trying to sketch a dimension of a certain kind of poetry. And this is a response in Australia to the invasion that we have had since the war, from the skirts of Mother England to the pants of Uncle Sam. It's also about media and about language. We're being invaded by cultural imperialist thugs like Ronald MacDonald and the Marlborough Man. There's no more passive anti-venom, no more sitting back taking it all in quietly. Let's blow a few logos apart and whack the bastards. Declare image war. Go inner ground, insisting on image integrity and outsmart the smart-assed, telemeddling brain tinkerers, the product-feeling merchandisers, the slogan makers, the corpulent, half-brained, valueless supermarketers, the monoculturalists, the odds-on suckers will buy it sellers, the media men, the military merchandisers, the baby poisoners, the profit mongers of power, and the people who make this crap and pay for it to be fed into domestic systems of our eyes, ears, brains, guts, and living rooms. Useless competition, pseudo-choices, all needing us to agree, to identify, to borrow, to buy. Messages of hope do get across. Dry gum leaves spinning in an eddy. The wild sky above the cricket ground. Bird tracks on a crowded beach. A 2-year-old boy kissing live red flowers. Them. They don't look forward to the long weekend. Their love life is shredded paper and caged birds. They kiss like tires on hot roads. They hurt to look at, but stare with blunt steel eyes. They are, they were, they will, they did, they want. They eat only animals and white bread. Look up just to check for mistakes in the movements of clouds. They create massive unemployment pools and unsafe cars and drive them. You know who I mean. They are tight as a rusted monkey wrench. They start wars for something to do on Saturday, and they're heading this way. Oh. I've got to strip off a bit for this one. This is called See Australia First. I should explain that Whitlam, who was the Prime Minister of Australia, dismissed through a clever manipulation of the Constitution in 1975. Pine Gap and some of the other names of places are American military bases, listening posts, spy bases. That's all that needs explaining, I think. See Australia First. Let's assume for a moment that we're not near the end of life as we know it, that wide-scale nuclear war won't happen, that there'll be enough food, no disastrous diseases, insects, eruptions, earthquakes, droughts, no super poisonous pollution or mercury-wrecked seas, that the jets won't bugger up the stratosphere, letting the cosmic rays do a microwave on us, that the newspapers will always arrive, thunking on the concrete lawns, juggling futures like lumps of Nepalese hashish in the Whitlam days. If you have to climb a ladder to see over the garden wall, tell us what you can see, not how you climbed the ladder. If poets are the early warning system, we need a nuclear vocabulary, explosive imagery, perception measured in kilotons, radioactive verbs, intercontinental ballistic meanings, stockpiling poems, the balance of mirrors, roads made of band-aids that lead to the heart of matter equals energy, and it only took 1 gram to blow Hiroshima. Thinking at the speed of light, the narrative spine resists shockwaves, straightens for the fight. See Australia First, very soon. China shakes with realization. America is a drunk ex-boxer, cursing and punching in the dark. Russia confiscates the moon and harpoons Japan. The Middle East reacts, a total oil ban stopping Europe in its tracks. Australia, nearer by far. We're sitting around doing sweet FA, hoping no one remembers us and attacks. Dreamtime detached. Pine Gap, what's in a name? Northwest Cape is a name. So's Pan-Continental Uranium. And Omega, Naranga, Trident, Polaris, Pershing, NATO, Warsaw, Cruise, SS-20, Pact, Treaty, Threat, Trigger. Australia, you are a word. And this is a message from the United States of Australia. America, stop bad-mouthing the struggle for freedom. Can you believe the Indians don't want to nestle missiles in Marlborough country? Stop saying us and them. America, you're a truck skidding on thin ice forever. America, a bald eagle with a hairpiece. America, the warning lights are flashing. Credit overload. Central America is burning. America, the 24-hour factories. America, the itchy trigger fingers. America, what is the meaning of the donut's hole? Mr. President, your sincerity is breathtaking. Are you plastic? The first presidential TV clone? You are so bland, you are penetrating these very walls. How much air have you got left? I just love your platinum lung. How spooky. The dead watch shift from midnight to 4 a.m. at Pine Gap Spy Base. The boys from Central Casting dozing at the glowing controls. In test, insert test, red alert. The computer jams with excitement on total. Mr. President, you had all the remorse you needed in advance. Let us pray. I just can't believe you. You did it. You pressed the Darth Vader button. Whoosh! Whammo! Whap! They're firing back. There goes Detroit. And the swap is Leningrad? Come on, New York. Stop everything. You can't? Hello? 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 America, what would you do without alcohol, sugar, and nicotine? Drink blood? Your flag is burning. Nicaragua, El Salvador, Lebanon, Palestine, Chile, Angola, Grenada, Vietnam. And you're in cahoots. Israel, South Africa. America, the Russians don't know Afghanistan either. America, the poor are getting poorer while the dollar soars. America, go home. Russia, go home. America, true genius is yours. You break into tears at the drop of a hat and always come out with a profit. America, we love you, we hate you. Put your poets on the screen, prime time, and watch your ratings soar. Have I said enough? Do you want to listen anymore? America, Miles Davis is typical of your brilliance. Roll your tripping syllables and batter me with jazz. Come back, America, to the future you promised. Come back to your vision of freedom for everyone, and deliver us from evil, now and forever, for thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. For sure, for sure. Fat chance, tough luck, we can't all score. But don't say the poor deserved it anyway when half the world's your garden. America, I'm coming to see you. America, I hope you'll still be there. I'll phone when I've arrived. This is a hollow log of the eucalyptus tree, eaten through by termites. Found, made, played by the Aboriginal people. And it goes something like this. A poem from the very north of Australia, Arnhem Land, Aboriginal land. Bowerbird, the artist's camp. Walked for hours along the wide, white, sandy riverbed, spiky-headed pandanus palm, purple-mouthed yellow orchids bursting from between the river stones, pools of striped fish racing shadows, climbed through suburbs of snake track and spiderweb, tracked along under the towering ancient ochred cliffs, weathered metamorphics, dream fragments, Arnhem Land is a wilderness of silences, shattered by black cockatoo, by bronzewing, by yew, among burst pod flowering gums, needle spear grasses, flies that bite. All the stones are rusting. Listen. Soak up the inhabitedness of this rare earth, this chance to feel 2,000 million years as a flash of feathers, a bright exit. In this poem about Mangrove Creek, an area about an hour's drive north of Sydney, the eucalypts bark falls to their feet. There's one of the references I thought you must know. And Darug is the name of the Aboriginal people who originally inhabited that area. Water dragons are a kind of iguana. Mangrove Creek, bare-breasted in stinging sun, from wraparound verandas of the only house for hours, a painter's piece of heaven, to follow the creek's slow, yawning swerves, unwinding down a bark flake track of smooth skin eucalypts, naked, stepping from the clothes around their ankles. The bushflies flirt, loud-mouthed as Saturday. Valley of nesting plovers cry, while whipbirds crack, the pheasant pigeons coo, 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 and startled cows, the dogs send thumping. Cross swamp, wide-eyed, the black snake rolls red belly round, S-curves through dung. One bull's gone puff-eye blind, and thuds dread circles. Darug, the people, gone, a name. Cliffs can't stop weeping. The national park starts there, on the ridge, beyond the tucked-away ruins of farmers, the skeletal edges of cast iron beds grown through with gums. The gravestones are losing their tongues for palm trees and roses, chimneys and cattle runs. You who come my grave to see, prepare yourselves to follow me. Our children, sapling young, amaze the creek. Such tight-formed bodies, the water dragons leap past logs. Under a hot blue sky, exuberance of wattle. Raucous tiny flowers from fern-sprung grass, the hillsides peak. Spring tips on sombre green. A lone blue wren tiptails and goes. Make love among mosquitoes. No one knows. Heading north. I love you more than a tree full of frogs or a bursting creek, because you hear loud ants, the scrape of shaving and the sea making love with rocks. You leave rainforests where you walk, parrots and pythons, intricate orchids slipping from your freckled shoulders like embroidered gowns. You don't stop when it stops. I'm axle to your wheel, careering magpies, mottled doves, quick flapping away from the first car for hours. This poem was written in the days when the idea of cloning, this is only a couple of years ago, 2 years, when the idea of cloning and making duplicates of people was the news of the day. The clones, I want my bunch, my family of self, in instant duplicate. I want lunch eaten by the clone who shops, cooks, eats, washes up. I want the crunch of rent and the bills, all handled, earned, and paid for by the clone for business. I want a male secretary with word processor to type up, file, send out poems, ideas, and fight the image war. I want a clone to be lover to my love, pure dad to my child, being three, being another world. I want a clone curled around a book full time, who feeds straight to the swirling core of mind. I need some one of me watching nothing but movies, another for music, art, dance, TV, cross-cultural, a lifetime's work just to catch up. I plead for the hedonist in me to be cloned and soak up all there is to sense while the spirit resounds, purely for pleasure. Yes, I want the clone for conscience to purify and petrify morality. I don't want to live forever. I just want 9 or 10 of me now, one of whom is always sleeping. It's hot under these lights. A very serious poem with a lot of practical and useful advice, I hope. It's called Mangoes. Mangoes are not cigarettes. Mangoes are fleshy, skinful, passionate fruits. Mangoes are hungry to be sucked. Mangoes are glad to be stuck in the teeth. Mangoes like slush and kissing. Mangoes are not filter-tipped. Mangoes are idiosyncratic, seasonal seducers. Mangoes are worse than Adam's apple. Mangoes are what parents and parliaments warn against. Mangoes like making rude noises. Mangoes are not extra mild. Mangoes are greedy, delicious tongue teasers. Mangoes are violently soft. Mangoes are fibrous intestinal love bites. Mangoes like beginning once again. Mangoes are not cigarettes. Mangoes are tangible, sensual intelligence. Mangoes are debauched antisocialites. Mangoes are a positive good in the world. Mangoes like poetry. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Any problems?
I wouldn't mind doing, if we